On the GED Language Arts test, reading is not about remembering every sentence. Your first job is to identify the central message, then locate the details that prove or develop it. After that, you may need to make an inference, a conclusion the author does not state directly but supports with evidence. These three moves, main idea, supporting detail, and inference, form the foundation for almost every reading question. The topic tells you what a passage is about. The main idea tells you what the author is saying about that topic. A passage may be about public transportation, but its main idea could be that reliable buses improve access to work and education. To find it, ask two questions. What subject appears throughout the passage, and what single statement connects most of the important details? Suppose a passage discusses sleep, work schedules, and workplace accidents. The topic might be sleep deprivation. The main idea is more specific. Irregular work schedules can reduce sleep and increase safety risks. A correct main idea answer must be broad enough to cover the whole passage, but specific enough to express the author's actual point. Answers that name only the topic are usually incomplete. Use a three-step method. First, read the beginning and ending carefully because authors often frame the central point there. Second, notice repeated words, examples, or contrasts. Third, test each possible main idea against the entire passage. If an answer explains only one paragraph, it is too narrow. If it could fit almost any passage on the topic, it is probably too broad. Supporting details answer questions such as how, why, when, or what evidence proves the point. They may be statistics, examples, quotations, comparisons, or explanations. On the GED, a detail question often sends you back to a specific part of the passage. Do not choose a statement simply because it is true. Choose the detail that actually answers the question and connects to the passage. Imagine the author argues that a community garden improves a neighborhood. One paragraph mentions fresh produce, another describes volunteer participation, and another gives the garden's size. If the question asks how the garden strengthens community relationships, the volunteer example is the relevant evidence. The number of square feet may be accurate, but it does not support that particular claim. Relevance matters more than memorability. Inference questions may use phrases such as suggests, implies, or most likely. Start with what the passage explicitly gives you, then ask what conclusion must or probably follows. If a worker repeatedly arrives early, asks for extra training, and volunteers for difficult tasks, you may infer that the worker wants greater responsibility. You cannot infer unrelated facts about the worker's family, education, or personality. Before selecting an inference, complete this sentence. I can conclude this because the passage says blank. If you cannot name a specific clue, the answer is probably unsupported. Also watch the strength of the wording. Words such as always, never, completely, or certainly often make an answer stronger than the evidence allows. A cautious conclusion is usually safer when the text provides limited information. If a passage says the temperature dropped below freezing, that is a stated fact. If it also says roads became slick and schools open late, you may infer that the weather disrupted morning travel. The inference is reasonable because several details point in the same direction. GED questions reward conclusions anchored in the text, not conclusions based only on outside knowledge or personal experience. Main idea and inference questions use predictable distractors. One answer may repeat a detail but miss the larger point. Another may sound impressive but add information the author never provided. A third may reverse the author's position. Check every answer against the passage. The correct choice should fit the scope, reflect the author's meaning, and require the fewest unsupported assumptions. Use this sequence on your next passage. First, summarize the whole passage in one sentence. Second, mark the details that directly develop that summary. Third, when asked to infer, connect a conclusion to a specific clue and control the strength of your wording. These habits make later skills, author's purpose, argument analysis, and comparing texts, much easier because you already understand what the passage is doing. Main idea tells you what the author communicates. The next lesson goes one level deeper by asking why the author wrote the passage, how the author feels about the subject, which perspective shapes the text, and how the information is organized. Those signals help you interpret meaning more accurately and eliminate answer choices that describe the wrong purpose or tone.